Last year, when the Supreme Court upheld Section 377, the Finance Minister had said that the court should reconsider this decision because it does not take into account social realities, and there are thousands of couples, homosexual couples, you just can't nudge them out of your consciousness. So now, today the cabinet has passed the surrogacy bill, which again disallows homosexual couples, single people, and a host of others, except married, childless, married for 5 years, childless couples. It disallows everybody. So do you think once again the government is disregarding social realities and going ahead with a bill which is supposed to actually be taking, it's supposed to deal with science, it's supposed to deal with progressive scientific technology. So do you think it's again disregarding social reality?
The social reality cannot be devoid of justice which have to be given to the child. So the conditions with which the cabinet has approved it has taken social reality, and that is why it has gone to the extent of talking about surrogacy and regulating surrogacy, so that women who are, if I may be permitted to use this expression, lending the womb, are not overexploited. Today there are instances and cases which are coming to the government of how women who, because they want to make some money, are being forced into surrogacy as a commercial activity. We also have to take that on board. So it is not as if the government doesn't want to look at it progressively, but also wants to take the responsibility for the child who may be born, who should not get deserted, who cannot be orphaned, and who also can have a comfort of a home. The approach is that it is subject now, of course, it has to go to the parliament. The parliament may want to have a detailed discussion, or it might choose to send it off to a standing committee, again wherein all the members of parliament can still discuss, and the stakeholders themselves can come in. Potential parents can come, or anybody else who wants to be a part of this, doctors can come in. So all those discussions are still pending. No option is being closed.
Ma'am, if you're talking about the interest of the child, another provision in this bill is that you allow only close relatives to be a surrogate mother, which means in the family setup, the child would grow up knowing this is my biological mother. Is that in the interest of the child?
Well, these are the things which have to be discussed. I'm not saying there's no argument on what is the interest of the child as against the interest of the mother or anything of that kind. I think this is a bill which is attempting to do some things to regulate the sector, subject of course to the parliament, which will have to go through the details. The government's position is very clear that we've initiated something. We are willing to have it all discussed in the standing committee or in the parliament, as the case may be. And the consultations are still open for people who have a stakeholders role in the sector.
Ma'am, since you were part of the JOM that was part of the decision from the bill, why is it that you chose to see the surrogate mother as a victim rather than somebody who's exercising her agency to earn a source of income through surrogacy?
We've also had instances of this not becoming an activity through which a woman is subjected to lend her womb and sometimes is forced to lend her womb. That was also an argument. Now, organ donations are also becoming similarly, where people are being pushed into the business for making money. I think it's important to see where you want to draw a line, thin line maybe, without denying anyone who wants to be a surrogate mother her right. At the same time, ensure that no woman is going to be over-exploited in the process. Somewhere we have to make a beginning. But if making money through lending my womb alone is an argument, that has to be pitted against the other realities too. So I think the bill has taken what I would think a median path in starting this discussion. It can of course be thrashed in the parliament and during the consultation process, and what emerges would be the final bill.